Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A very warm welcome to you on Market Today at Business Today Television. I am Shail Bhatnagar, and we are now 10.5 hours away from what is a globally awaited event for all kinds of asset managers, whether it's an equity strategist, a trader, an investor, a fund manager, someone who's dealing into equities, somebody who's dealing into metals. Everybody is waiting with bated breath for 12:30 p.m. India time, 12:30 p.m., 12:30 a.m. India time for Mr. Donald Trump to announce what his plans for his tariff plans are. And that is putting a pause on risk as far as markets are concerned. The Nifty, ladies and gentlemen, is in okay shape after losing about 350 points yesterday in a fall that was the largest in 2.5 months. There is a mild recovery of about 127 points. 23,300 is where the Nifty is at this point of time, and it's a light shade of green across the board. All 19 indices are in the green, and that's a very welcome development, although there isn't any flurry of activity on the long side as far as major stocks are concerned, but Nifty Bank, as is visible on the screen, is 275 points higher. A word on the Nifty for the moment. The day's low was something like 23,160, and from 23,160 the index has appreciated to 23,300 or so. So that's a very welcome step as far as markets are concerned. A deeper shade of green on the mid cap index, 1.1% higher, up about 570 points. The small cap index is also about 138 points higher, 16,121. A bit of a movement happening on the real estate space. Remember, just after this major event, which is the decision on tariffs by Mr. Trump in the US, we will have next week, early next week, the board meeting for at the Reserve Bank of India to determine interest rates over the next 2 or 3 months or so. There is hope that you will see another rate cut, and that's the reason why the real estate index is the top gainer today. Look at how DB Realty is moving. It's up 14%. I can't remember the last time I've seen such a sharp spurt as far as prices are concerned. And it's not only DB Realty. You have a very strong move coming into macro tech developers, which is actually Lodha, 4.5% higher. Phoenix Limited, the company that's into top end shopping malls, 1649, 48 rupees higher. Oberoi Realty, the top luxury maker of Mumbai, 2.3% higher, 1610. So the possibility or the anticipation of another rate cut is what is propelling real estate stocks higher. Apart from that, let's dip into the broader market and find out what is buzzing at this point of time, something that should be catching your interest both in terms of price and volume. I have mentioned DB Realty. Tata Consumer up on a report from Goldman Sachs. This is appreciated 7.5% at 1,066. In terms of sectoral moves, nothing much matches the move that is coming on real estate. Amongst the top traders, it's Bombay Stock Exchange, 2:1 bonus announced yet again, 3% higher at 5622. About 2,100 crores worth of shares have been traded on the Bombay Stock Exchange. A shade of green continues on IndusInd Bank. Deep value, maybe for some, maybe not for others, 2.5% higher at 700. About 910 crores worth of transactions have happened. We have Bharti Airtel 1.3% higher, Zomato 3.5% higher, Trent 1.9% higher, and of course a decent move coming in on Aegis Logistics, 3.7% higher at 810. There don't seem to be any new highs in the market except for JSW Holdings Limited. We never discussed this stock because of the high ticket size. It's up 4% at 24,300. A pat on the back for the PCR team to find this stock. Normally such stocks are not discussed. 52-week highs Awas Finances, something that's been moving for the last 2-3 days, above 2,000 now, and this is how the gains are structured at this point of time. I'll hazard a guess on circuits on the upper side. Let me find out some. Style Bazaar, an IPO that was subscribed very well, 20% higher, 312. What else is moving? NACL Industries, this is a cement player, 10% higher, 123. Walchand Nagar Industries, this is a pure play on the move by the government to allow private sector participation in the nuclear power space, 5% higher, 170. Kernex Microsystems, 5% higher at 860. This is a company which is in the anti-collision devices space within railways, and this is the maker of Kavach anti-collision device, therefore up 5% today at 860. Real estate stock Tark, this is from Delhi, 135, up 5%, and of course you have AYM Syntex, you have Kitex Garments, and you have RA Drugs. These are all on circuits today. So, a lot of hectic activity happening. Trent in top form, today is it is up 2% after yesterday's stunning 7% uptick. Strength coming in Trent on the announcement of its 1000th showroom opening yesterday, and that is something that is unabated. Strong move coming into SRF from the chemical space, 2.9% higher, 2962. This stock is regaining its all-time high, which was somewhere above 3,000 rupees. So, good activity there. Let us look at the mid-cap picture. When you look at volume buzzers in mid-caps, you see Supreme Industries, 3354, about 2.1 times the 5-day average has been traded. There is a very strong move coming into pharma stocks. Lupin, up 2.5%, again 10 lakh 65,000 shares have been traded, and in the same breath please also look at Aurobindo Pharma, 1151, 1.5% higher, and about 7 lakh 77,000 shares have been traded. These are the two outstanding shares that I see on the green side. How about the small cap 100 index? Are there any volume buzzers worth discussing? Okay, maybe Piramal Enterprises Limited, PEL, 1.5% higher, already one time volume, nothing much to talk about. Aegis Logistics, 3.5% higher, 810. This is something that needs to be looked into. The average volume is now 5.9 times the day's average, and of course United Spirits. Unusual time for United Spirits to hit a monthly high, especially at the time when a wide cross section of India is celebrating Navratras. Hero Motors is doing pretty well, 3788. This is primarily on the back of auto numbers that came in yesterday. So, there is some activity on this one as well. I'd like to highlight some other winners that we have in terms of top gainers, and the ones that are making sense are Narayan Hirdale. As far as the performance in so far of the year is concerned, which is year to date, this is the second best top performer on the small cap index, up 33%. Yes, this is a 3-month performance. Needless to say, this is also somewhere near its record high. So, hospital stocks are doing very well, and in the same breath look at stocks such as the ones from the NBFC space. This is because of the cut in interest rate that happened in February, the one that is anticipated in next week, and I will read out the names. Credit Access Grameen, 10% higher year to date. Poonawalla FinCorp, 10% higher year to date. Aadhar Housing and Finance, 3.8% higher. You have Manappuram Finance, also because of the transactions that's happened with Bain, the company is changing hands, and more importantly, underlying gold prices are at record highs. So, 24% higher as far as year to date performance is concerned. So, the reason why I point these stocks out to you, ladies and gentlemen, is because despite the mayhem, despite the pain, and despite the widespread profit booking that is happening, there are outperformers in the market and they are doing extremely well. Look at SRF, the one that I just marked. In the last 3 months, it's added 32%. From the chemical space, there is Navin Fluorine. Both these stocks move in sync, 29% higher year to date. Look at UPL. So, this is the chemical space which has been in deep funk over the last 2-3 years, but many of these stocks are now moving into a zone which was previously unheard of, including SRF. Again, from the NBFC space, there is Bajaj Finserv, 23% higher at 1935 over the last 3 months. Cholamandalam Finance, 23% higher, and the loan bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, 20% higher in the last 3 months at 2151. So, they are winners and these are consistent performers. Look at Bajaj Finance and Cholamandalam Financial Holdings. Both of them are up 27% over the last 3 months. So, these were stocks that weren't sort of in the best of health, but are now doing immensely well. In top shape are Bharat Dynamics and Mazgaon Dock. In fact, the entire real estate, the entire defense space apart from BEL is doing pretty well as far as gains are concerned, and this is a space that is worth watching. So, we are, as I have said, about 10 hours away from the announcement that is going to come in as far as the tariff rates, fresh additional tariffs on countries including India, which may be levied by US President Mr. Donald Trump at 2:30 a.m. on 2:30 a.m. our time, which is April 2nd for the US space as well. When you look at US futures, all of them are fairly quiet. There isn't much of activity, but they are for instance in green territory. The last time I checked, let me just mark them for you. There is a bit of a bounce which came after day before yesterday's very sharp sell-off, which we represented yesterday. So, US futures are flat, there is nothing much happening. Nasdaq is down 58 points, US 500, which is the SPX index, is down 13 points. Nothing much there. Europe again down, a third of a fall in the French CAC 40. The German markets are down about 1%. So, this is how the markets are gearing up. As far as India is concerned, it is the 10th largest partner for US, much below Japan, Canada, Mexico, which are its biggest trading partners. And let us hope that things pass off peacefully. Remember, Mr. Trump had said that he would be looking at India with not that kind of a anger that he has been looking at with other trading partners, and more importantly, India has, as other news reports are coming in, decided to lower the tariffs that it imposes on American products such as bikes, such as dairy, such as agricultural products from the US of A. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we will wrap it up today, but for the moment it is a nice green tick in the markets. Let us hope we close above 23,300 as far as the Nifty is concerned, and then we all will start praying post 3:30 p.m. Have a nice afternoon, and of course, we will be updating on the latest at about 12:30 a.m. our time, midnight. Thank you for watching.
You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi.